Welcome to episode 3 of Vtubers Voice Around Reborn.
Today, we get introduced to more of the Scions, including Emo Thancred.
We also defeat our first primal and sit through the very long remembrance speeches.
Hope you enjoy the video! Oh boy, cutscene. Oh boy. What a great first cutscene for us to get today.
Yes.
Aye, such a task was on the books. It was mine. I'm afraid that ship has already sailed, friend.
Oh my god, it's Dolores Bear. This is a commitment too.
Is it?
Dolores Bear is a character that shows up several times throughout the series.
Okay, do you want to be the bear?
Sure. I'll be Dolores Bear.
Ah, might you be the adventurer who accepted the job of investigating Sastasha?
Right.
It would seem that ship has not only sailed, but now returns to harbor. None the worse for its voyage. A pity. We dragged our boots too long on this one.
No matter.
Do you want to be...
The wheel will turn and our chance will come.
You are right, of course, but there shall be no rest till we have attained our goal, lofty though it may be.
Not a wink of sleep, great leader.
Our aim, lest you wonder, is to perform such feats of heroism as will earn us place in the songs of every alehouse in Eorzea. We mean to write a legend, which will inspire adventurers as yet unborn to follow our shining example. Do you have such a goal? Large or small, it matters not. Only have a star to reach, and you will reach higher. Purpose can sustain you through times of hardship. Keep your eye on the prize, and all obstacles will be overcome in time. You would not think to stride into battle unclad, would you? Well, goals are as arms and armor are for the spirit. I wish you fortune in your endeavors, milady.
Bye, Dolores
Tips.
Bear.
Tips, Fedora.
Milady? Back then, are ya? With all your limbs with a tail to tell always, ya? Fishbacks. You're always thinking you'd only have to crack a pirate's skull or three. 7 hours, you turn your back for 5 bloody minutes and the scaly bastards have set up shop on your bleeding doorstep. Still, sounds like you left them in pieces, so I don't suppose they'll be carrying out whatever mischief they was planning. Unless they was planning on feeding themselves to the fauna of Sastasha, of course. Anyway, all's well that ends well. Thanks for shedding some light on this mystery. I knew you'd get the job done, lass. You always do. Now, I bet you're dying for a rest, but just in case you're not, I was wondering if you might be interested in taking on another job. It just so happens that I've had a request from our sister guild in Gridani, you see. Seems the forest folk are in need of a venturer that can get things done. For them to ask for help like this, you can bet the task won't be no skip through a sunny glade. But after the way you dealt with our fishback infestation, I doubt it's anything you can't handle. Give us a shout when you're ready and I'll lay it out for you.
Okay.
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 Okay, doggy. Whatever you say.
You fucking drunkard.
Ready for that briefing? Good. Now then, here's the long and short of it.
Beg pardons for intruding, Mione, but our need grows ever more pressing. Have none stepped forward?
And good day to you, Bow Lord. Your need must be pressing indeed for you to honor us with a visit.
I need to go higher.
The good news is, your journey hasn't been wasted. I'm pleased to report that we have a volunteer at last, and one who comes highly recommended at that.
My thanks for answering the call, friend. My name is Lowen, and I lead the men and women of the God's Quiver. Now, time is of the essence, so I shall proceed directly to the heart of the matter. We wish for you to nip a potential threat to Gridania in the bud.
Beneath the central shroud, there lies an underground burial site called the Tamtara Deepcroft. The place was once a Gelmoran settlement, but we Gridanians have looked since interred our dead there.
Of late, however, shadowy figures have been seen skulking about the Deepcroft, and with ever-increasing regularity. Based on the accounts of various witnesses, we suspect that these individuals belong to the Lambs of Dalamud, a doomsday cult which sprung up prior to the calamity. These zealots have proven themselves dangerous in the past, and we leave them to their own devices at our peril. Ordinarily, I would have dispatched my best men to scour Deepcroft with orders to flush the cultists out. Alas, the calamity decimated our ranks, and the limited forces at my disposal are constantly required to keep the Ixal at bay. The birdmen have grown restless of late, and I fear a storm may be brewing. In anticipation of this, I have been compelled to spread our forces throughout the Tweleswood, lest we be taken unawares. The situation so being, we must turn to others to deal with the Lambs of the Dalamud. Can we rely on you to undertake this task, friend?
Uh-huh.
You have my gratitude. Once you've seen to your preparations, pray make your way to the Deepcroft, and identify yourself to the guard posted at the entrance. He will apprise you of the latest developments. That is all.
Be careful out there, you hear? May the crystal guide you and keep you.
God,
Mother
why
Mickey
do I
Mouse.
do this to my... Here we go.
Oh.
Who summons me from the void?
Oh, it skipped.
Ugh,
Why did it auto skip?
I don't
What the
know.
fuck? A cutscene. Oh,
Oh boy, cutscene.
Welcome back, Kay.
Oh,
Me missed. I'm reliably informed that your foray into Deepcroft was a success. Nor did I expect anything less. Baron's ringing endorsement left me little doubt as to your capabilities. Even so, you are to be commended. Bowlord Lelwyn asked me to pass on his thanks. I must say it's something of a relief to be able to call upon such a capable adventurer. Sadly, death has become an ever more common occurrence within our fraternity of late. Times being what they are, the guild is constantly inundated with petitions, and we are hard-pressed to find enough hands to deal with them. While this means no shortage of work for able souls such as yourself, it also provides ample opportunity for the inexperienced to overreach themselves, with predictable consequences. As if to illustrate the point.
How did you say that name? Avery?
Avir's gone, and it's all your fault. If it hadn't taken you an age to heal him, he would still be alive.
But I tried. He bolted out of range before I could finish the spell. You shouldn't have been so hard pressed in the first place. We should have done more to lighten his burden.
To the hells of this with this pathetic excuse for a party. I'm leaving, and it'll be too soon if I never see your faces again. Goodbye and good riddance.
I'm leaving as well. I doubt this comes as any surprise, but I never liked you. I only suffered you for your healing, but you couldn't even do that one thing right. Cruel though this may sound, you brought this upon yourself. Oh, and by the way of some parting advice, get rid of Avir's head, bury it, cremate it, do whatever the hells you like with it, but for God's sake, stop carrying it around. It's just, get rid of it, alright?
But wait, don't leave me alone. Please. I'm so sorry, Avir. Please forgive me.
Scenes like this have become all too common. That makes 12 times in half as many days. Now you see why I'm grateful for adventurers of your experience. I can send women like you on a mission without worrying that you might not return. Well, not so much, at any rate. Speaking of missions, I would have trusted you with another. About a bell ago, I received a message from my counterpart Nuldar. She seeks the services of a reliable adventurer, and you are nothing if not reliable. If you think you might be interested in this task, say the word and I will be glad to share the details.
Yippee! I'm having too much fun with this. Funniest voice you can think of.
Oh, God. The petitioner ought to be arriving any moment now. God almighty, another second under that sun and I would have been... Wait, that's Papashan. I ruined it.
God's almighty, another second under that sun and I would have been set afire. A tankard of ale, if you would be so kind.
Excellent timing, Papistan. It just so happens the adventurer who will be handling your petition is here.
So this winsome lass is the much-lauded adventurer, is she? Marvellous! Marvellous! A pleasure to make your acquaintance, milady. I am Papashan, formerly of the Sultana Sworn. I thank you for agreeing to lend us your aid.
Mayhaps you'd like to apprise Moon Mist of her mission?
Yes, of course. The petition in question was submitted by an acquaintance of mine at Amagina?
Yeah, something like that.
Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern. It relates to an unfortunate development at Copperbell Mines. To be plain, giants have seized control of the place. These giants are of a clan known as the... I got nothing.
Tectonic Cherries.
Tectonic Cherries, fearsome creatures who were sealed within the deepest depths of the mines during the bygone Thorn dynasty. Alas, it seems they've managed to break through the layer of rock which served to imprison them, and now prowl the tunnels where the miners ply their trade. The creatures are justifiably angry about their treatment at the hands of our ancestors, and their presence has forced the suspension of all mining activities on the site.
It's no wonder they're angry. Didn't the Thorn dynasty come to an end over 300 years ago?
You know your history well, milady. The people of that age used the Hecaton cherries to work their mines. By the way of enchanted helms, they were able to bind the ferocious creatures to their will. But, as is oft the way of such tales, these enchantments eventually failed, and the slaves rose up against their masters. In a desperate bid to contain the unbridled fury of the Hecatoncheries, our ancestors included the collapse of the mine's induced the collapse of the mine's lowermost levels. So it was that the great giant revolt was ended, buried beneath 100,000 tons of rock.
Well now, that's got me thinking. I seem to recall there being an article about Copperbell in the Meteor Eye a fortnight or so ago. It said The mines were being reopened so as to meet the rising demand for building materials. Like as not, our boys dug a bit too deep and freed the giants. Gods, to think the poor creatures are still alive and kicking after 3 centuries. That's a long time to nurse a grudge. They must be seasoned.
Indeed, and that makes them a danger to us all. There will be no mining at Copperbell so long as they remain. For the sake of both peace and prosperity, they must be subdued. This is the task which we would have you undertake. I'll not deny that the mission will be rife with danger, but our need is great, and so I beg you, put an end to this sorry business. Gods bless you. I feared you might have reservations, but I assure you it is for the best.
In case you don't know, Copperbell mines are in Western Taiwan. Do take care, you hear?
Ah, and one last thing before you depart. An employee of Amagina and Sons is presently at the quicksand. The fellow's name is Painted Messer, and he knows Copperbell mines well. It may behoove you to seek his counsel.
Aye, Papa Sean.
Slaves no more! Free! Free!
Ah, the Conqueror Copperbell returns. Thanks to you, our mining operations can resume, and Uldar will have the materials she needs to rebuild. The entire nation's in your debt, friend. I'll share the good tidings with Papa Shan the next time I see him. As for you, you'll want to report to Momedy. It'll do the woman well to see you alive and in one piece.
Oh my god, voice cutscene?
I don't think so.
No. Do you want me to do Obnoxious Merchant, or do you want to be Obnoxious Merchant?
I'll be an obnoxious merchant. Shut your mouth,
Okay.
you thieving little swine. You stole from me. Don't even think to deny it.
Please, sir, I didn't steal nothing. I bought this. Paid for it with my own coin.
What rot. You refugees are all the same. Couldn't afford maggoty mole meat, much less a choice of cut dodo. I'm gonna say it one more time. Give back what you stole, or I'll make you wish you never set foot in this town. By rights, I should turn you over to the brass blades. You know, help keep the streets safe with law-abiding citizens. But I'm a reasonable man. If you agree to serve me in whatever capacity I require, the authorities needn't hear of your crime.
But I ain't done nothing wrong. 12 is me witness. Please, adventurer, help me, I beg of ye. I swear on me mother's grave, I didn't steal nothing. I bought this with the coin I'd saved. I only wanted to treat me children to a decent meal.
And who the hell are you when you're at home? This dog's master? I've had enough of this mama's farce, you lot. Teach him a lesson.
Oh boy, time for fighting.
Let me know when you're ready to keep going.
Tank privilege in a solar instance? For real, for real. Have you tried doing any solar instance as a tank? It's so easy.
I'm ready.
Okay. I ain't getting paid enough for this! Ah.
Hey, where the hell do you think you're going?
Thank ye, kind stranger. Thank ye thrice over.
Ow, my head. Ugh.
I'd swear there were more refugees than when I last looked.
And you wouldn't be mistaken.
But it's been 5 years since the calamity. Why are they only coming here now?
It's simple, really. While a number of hamlets survived the immediate aftermath of the calamity, many were no longer able to support their communities. The residents found their lands had either been rendered barren or cut off from trade routes. Problems like those aren't easily solved. Though they tried to make the best of it, it's only a matter of time before they were forced to abandon their homes and seek a new life in the city.
I see. But the calamity affected the whole realm, didn't it? Isn't the same thing happening in the other cities?
If the talk is true, yes. Though perhaps our situation is more pronounced. Aldar has a reputation for being prosperous, so it's natural the refugees would try their luck here first.
My heart goes out to them, it truly does. But I would be lying if I said I wasn't apprehensive. I hope their presence doesn't foment lawlessness in the city.
Well, if things do take a turn for the worst, we always have the immortal flames. I dare say the brass blades would welcome their help.
The heroes who fought the Gailan Empire patrolling the streets for riffraff?
It may well come to that. Impoverished and desperate as they are, you may be sure that some of the refugees will turn to crime. You know what this place is like? If you've no coin, you've no hope.
What will become of our city?
Not all refugees are bad, mind you. Some are able to find employment and lead honest lives.
I'll do it. Dodo tenderloins. Get your dodo tenderloins. Guaranteed cheapest in Thanalan. Thank you for your custom, madam. Please come again.
Looking around, do you think Uldar was well on its way to recovery? But peer through the veil of prosperity and you'll see no end to the misery and suffering.
Calamity Ham.
Madam, are ye all right?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm fine. Just a headache. It's all good.
What now? You mean to threaten this a defenseless citizen? Sorry, that by that meat you say? That's absurd.
Aye, as did I. Leave the poor old woman alone, you damnable vulture.
Who said that?
Oh, it's Y'shtola, my bad. I didn't see her.
Grr. I will overlook this, but just this once.
Gods bless ye, adventurer. If ye hadn't come along when ye did, who knows what monster might have done. What that monster might have done. I don't bear thinking about.
Yeah, it's all good. It just says question marks, but yeah, context.
Ever the selfless hero, I see. It has been a while, adventurer. I have been watching you closely ever since you flew out of Limsa Lominsa. You discharged your duty as the Admiral's personal envoy with admirable humility, and you have displayed unfaltering courage in the face of danger ever since. Whensoever you came upon those in need, you gave them succour with no thought of personal gain. In summary, you have demonstrated all of the qualities we seek in an adventurer. For reasons I cannot well explain, your every deed seems invariably to serve the general good. Whether you mean it to or not, it is a happy knack, and one which speaks volumes for your character. Yet, for all your admirable qualities, it is your gift which intrigues me the most. I speak of the visions you experience. Visions like the one you had mere moments ago. If I am not mistaken, I can provide you with the means to understand them. An acquaintance of mine is blessed with the self-same talent you see. If you so desire, I can introduce you to her. She and I fight for a common cause, a cause which would greatly benefit for your support. If you would agree to lend us your strength, we should be glad to do all within our power to aid you in your personal endeavours. Think on my offer a while. Should you decide to accept it, pray speak with Momodi, the proprietress of the Quicksand, is a close friend and ally of ours. Inform her that you have been chosen by the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and she will tell you where to find us. Seems like that are becoming ever more common, I'm afraid. Don't worry though. If you'll work hard, you'll probably be alright. Saying that, if you ever find yourself in the spot a bother, come and see me. Just don't go pestering me every time you graze your knee, eh? Of course, I do enjoy hearing tale of a gentleman's woes with the women folk from time to time. Ah, Moonmist. Sorry to keep you waiting. I was providing guidance to a fresh-off-the-carriage adventurer. But gods, it's good to see you safe and well. To look at you, no one would ever guess you'd been hard at it with giants in the dark. You're every ill that adventurer Minone said you'd be, Moonmist. The station master will be overjoyed when he hears the news. Oh, before I forget, there's a lass here who wants a word with you. Didn't actually know your name, but hearing a description, I knew who she meant right away. Thank you for sparing the time. I realize you don't know me, but I've been longing to speak with you for a while now. My name is Ida. I'm an adventurer like you, though I'm not very good at being one, if truth be told. Anyway, I was adventuring with my friends in Gridania when I'm sorry. We were in Gridania when the leader of our party was killed. His name was Avir, and he and I were to be wed in the spring. You may not remember him, but to say that he remembered you would be an understatement. He would sing your praises from dawn till dusk. He saw you for what you are, you see, an adventurer's adventurer, and swore that he would be like you one day. I believed that he would have succeeded, had the fiend not robbed him of the chance. Since that day I've thought long and hard about giving up adventuring. But when I think of the woman you are, of all that you've achieved, I find that I am inspired just as Avir once was. And so I've decided to start again as an adventurer. I will go back to the village of my birth and begin my training anew. But I wanted to meet you first, to ask your name. Moon
Oh,
Mist.
it's Moon Mist.
Moon Mist, I shan't forget. Thank you, Moon Mist. I pray that we will meet again. Fare you well.
Wonder if she got rid of the head.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Adventuring can be a cruel bead in business. Time was I didn't know why anyone would bother. When they first asked me to take charge of the guild here, I didn't want aught to do with you lot. Thought it'd be a right pain in the arse looking after you all. But against my better judgment, I decided to accept the post, and I'm full glad I did. I feel privileged to be a part of your lives. And that goes double for yours, Moon Mist. Eh? What did you say? You want to know about the signs of the Seventh Dawn? They're beginning to move in earnest then. Listen, Moon Mist. The signs ain't no ordinary folk. And the work they do ain't no ordinary work. I know full well how capable you are, but even you would think twice about attempting some of the stuff they do. Knowing that, if you're still certain you want to get involved, I'll tell you what I can. Please don't be another
To be fair,
cutscene.
it is a pain in the ass to look after a bunch of adventures. Now you know how I feel when Baderon shows up.
No, because your bedroom voice is hilariously good. Momodi's just obnoxiously annoying. To be Tataru.
You want me to be Tataru?
Yeah, I want you to be Tataru. I want you to give it the cutest voice ever.
Deep in the desert of my heart, a lonely flower blooms, yearning for the heavens above to quench my thirst for you. Tra la 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 la. Ah! Oh, ah! I would thank you not to sneak up on me like that. Now, please be advised that this is private property. Unless you have pertinent business here, I must ask you to... Here at the behest of Y'shtola? My sincerest apologies. May I please have your name?
Moon Mist.
Moon Mist, Moon Mist. Ah, here you are. I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands, headquarters of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. My name is Tataru, and I look forward to assisting you during your time with us. The antecedent is within the solar. I shall let her know to expect you. Charlie Brown trombone noises.
We're gonna have to divvy up.
So you are the adventurer of
Oh,
whom
thank
I've
God,
heard
his
so
voice.
much. Well met, friend. My name is Minpelia, and I lead the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I have awaited your coming. Please, be at ease. You are among friends here. No doubt you are ripe to burst with questions. But have patience. All will be revealed in time. First, let me begin by telling you who we are and what we do. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, an order that transcends political boundaries. Our single objective is the preservation of the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concerns are the godlike beings known as the Primals. Their existence is a bane upon Eorzea, nay, the world at large, and we have striven to find a lasting solution to the threat they pose. Our order is home to a number of individuals who, like you, possess a rare and special talent. This talent takes various forms, but one holds particular interest for us. Tell me, have you ever experienced a sudden, inexplicable loss of consciousness? Have you ever had the sensation of being pulled away from reality? Felt as though you were hovering in space, a mind without a body?
Then you should try sertraline.
All these things are the manifestations
Sorry,
of your
I couldn't help
talent. Yours is the power to transcend the boundaries of the soul, a power known as the Echo. The Echo allows you to pass through the walls of a man's soul and hear the resonations of his past. You will be there in his memories and see things as he saw them. You may even interact with that which you see, though you cannot change the outcome of events. For another blessing, the Echo will enable you to know a man's mind even if you cannot comprehend his words. In short, the Echo is a truly extraordinary power, and this power is strong within you. It is only a shame that we cannot use it whensoever we choose. That's right. I too possess the Echo. With that established, let us return to the subject of the Primals. So long as they exist, the realm cannot take so much as a single step towards true peace. Measures must be taken. Measures which transcend boundaries, be they of faction, race, language, or creed. And to do so, the Scions require the aid of those with our talent. Make no mistake, the Echo will be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. Without it, we cannot hope to save the realm. I know not what it is you desire for yourself, nor what it was that first brought you to Eorzea. But I firmly believe that the power we possess was given to us for a purpose. Why else would the gods entrust man with a gift so extraordinary, if not to have him use it?
By the way, I've just figured
And
out what
so
voice
I
I'm gonna do for
implore you,
Thancred.
lend us your power.
Yeah. So I'm doing Thancred and Urian J.
And I'm doing Minfilia and
You're-
Y'shtola, so I think I should do Papalymo and you do Ida.
Okay.
Yeah? You happy with that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Naturally, your aid will not go unrewarded. We are fortunate to have a number of influential allies at a word from me. They will gladly afford you certain privileges that might be otherwise denied to you. The right to employ retainers, for example. Are you familiar with them? They are individuals who may be relied upon to manage your assets and belongings on your behalf.
The papers you requested, my lady. Wah. Ow, 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 wah, 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 wah.
Thank you, Tataru.
The pleasure is mine, my lady.
By way of a welcoming gift, I have taken the liberty of adding your name to the retainer's registry. As of now, you're entitled to employ the services of a retainer. You will need to consult a retainer vocate regarding the particulars of this arrangement, but believe me when I say that retainers will prove invaluable to you in your adventuring endeavors. Let this gesture serve as evidence of our commitment to do all in our power to facilitate your personal objectives. In return, we ask that you aid us to the fullest extent of your talents. A mutually beneficial relationship, I am sure you will agree, and one which serves the greater good besides. Well, that was a veritable lecture, was it not? Forgive me, but it is important that all concerned are aware of what is expected of them. Now you know our purpose, and what we can offer you. I invite you to consider joining us. When you have come to a decision, you may tell me without fear of censure. In good faith, I shall entrust you with our order's password, which our members use to reach one another when afield. It is Wild Rose. Pray, keep it safe.
Okay, I'll speak to Minfilia now.
I take it you will help us. Wonderful! I knew you wouldn't let us down.
Okay, another cutscene.
But come, I would introduce you to your friends in the Order. Tell me, does the name Sharlayan ring any bells? It used to be one of Eorzea's 6 city-states, and was situated in the northwest of Aldenard. The Sharlayans were the keepers of wisdom both old and new. Their mastery over magic and ether was unsurpassed, and even the Garleans knew to fear them. Among their number, there were a noble few who devoted their lives to safeguarding the future of Eorzea. When the realm began its descent into chaos, and their countrymen fled for the motherland, they alone chose to remain here. These noble men and women were called the Archons. Those same brave souls stand before you now. The masked woman is Ida, and beside her is Popalimo. The two are charged with surveying the Twelveswood.
Hello there.
Welcome!
Okay, my turn to introduce someone. That there is Thancred.
He is our man.
Welcome.
Uda, Jewel of the Desert.
Welcome to the team. If I may, the lovely maiden beside me is named Y'shtola. Limsa Lominsa has the pleasure of being under her care.
Greetings. I have been expecting you. Last but not least is Urianger, who presides over all affairs within these halls. Pray seek him out whenever you have questions.
Dawn may banish even the darkest night. The words of a dear friend. I am glad of our meeting.
At the Battle of Carteneau, our leader was taken from us. But we did not stray from our purpose. We sought out Minfilia and others with her talent, and together established the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Along with the Archons, those blessed with the Echo play a pivotal role in our endeavor to forge a brighter tomorrow for the realm. Oh, I should also introduce you to Tataru, our clerk. She ensures that everything runs smoothly.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
In time, I hope you will come to think of us as family. But without further ado, I would assign you your first task. Urianger, have the documents arrived from the students of Baldessian?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
We have received a request for aid from the Immortal Flames. Thancred, would you do the honors?
It would be my pleasure. Some days ago, a crystal caravan registered to Amagina & Sons mineral concern was waylaid and divested of its cargo. But there is more. Within a bell of the robbery, several people were reported missing from the shantytown outside the city.
At a glance, one would assume the involvement of bandits, kidnappers, and coincidence. Such crimes are hardly uncommon, and the Immortal Flames deal with their like almost every day. However, this time we have reason to believe that a primal is involved.
Aye. The evidence left behind implicates the Emulja, who are known worshippers of Ifrit. If we then consider the objects that were taken, there is no room left for doubt. The crimes were committed in the name of a primal.
That you may better understand the nature of our struggle with the primals, I would have you play the leading role in this investigation. You have my thanks. If there is aught you wish to know, I recommend you speak with Thancred. He is well versed in the affairs of Ul'dah.
Ever at your service, fair lady.
Thank you, Kay. A burial is no easy thing, even when the departed is a stranger. Were you able to learn aught of the missing common folk?
Oh my god, it's time. It's time. It's time. It's time. Oh my god. I have to get in the mindset.
Okay.
Okay, give me a minute.
I eagerly wait.
You've been keeping yourself rather busy of late, haven't you, Moon Mist? A pleasure, my dear Ilzenbard. The name is Thancred, and I share a passion with you and our mutual friend here for learning what has become of these missing persons, and why. I, too, spoke with Ungust more times than I care to count. There seems to be some truth to this notion of the common folk speaking their secrets only in service to the gods. Prostration, prayer, penance, abject deeds done behind closed doors, away from prying eyes. Who better to take the pious unawares than she who takes confession, the good sister Ursun herself?
Orson! Oh god, I already forgot his voice.
Orson, she wouldn't, she couldn't.
Even the most beautiful roses have thorns, my friend. And you would be wise to keep an eye to this rose.
So emo.
Still, the Lich Keeper Marquis. I'd swear to the 12 I've seen that face somewhere before.
Here I was expecting like Junkrat from Overwatch. I just got flashbanged. We've also got a bunch of
Oh, it's a cutscene. I just skipped
channel.
through it. I was AFK braining. Oh no.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Did you skip through the entire cutscene or just part of it?
I'm up to they will serve very well. You have my thanks. So basically most of it.
Okay. Okay. Alright, let's see.
I'm afraid I've not seen any unusual activity, nor have any of this camp given me cause to doubt them. But unless we can identify the culprit, and soon more innocents will fall victim.
Do not despair just yet, my friend. An idea occurs to me. Our suspect has been posing as a priest, using leaflets bearing false promises to lure the poor. Let Moonmist and me serve like that. Serve like with, like, huh? Let Moonmist and me serve like with, like, by posing as impoverished. What the fuck?
Serve like with like, huh? Okay, whatever.
By posing as impoverished souls in need of succor.
I
I dare to hope that if we yield us the answers we seek, it will be a dangerous undertaking, but you two are more than capable of looking after yourselves. I'm next to useless in a battle, but I can supply the garments for the disguise. These old tunics and slops should serve your needs, so long as you don't mind the smell and the stains.
These will serve very well. You have my thanks. Listen, Moonmist, so as to lay the foundation for our little ploy, we must make it widely known that more vagrants have arrived at camp and are desperate for coin.
Oh, I just skipped the last one by accident.
Okay, I'll try and do his one. Oh god. To this end, I want you to don the old garments Isambard has lent us and beg for work around the camp. Before long, the false priest should catch wind and approach us. I don't think that was too bad considering.
Oh, cutscene. Idle brain just happened. My bad.
Did you skip through it?
I skipped through the first one, the first Thancred thing. So
Okay,
you're gonna have to do Thancred voice.
You look absolutely smashing, Moonmist. Positively dressed for deception. All that's left, then, is to wait for our quarry to appear.
Oh, you poor unfortunate souls. This is no way for men to live. No way at all. Who are you? And what do you want? Be at ease, child, for I mean you no harm. I am a priest of the Order of Naldthal, and I come to offer you succor. This leaflet bears the teachings of Nald. Trust to them, and they will surely set you free from the shackles of Penury. Penury? Whatever. A tempting offer, but I'm afraid I must decline. On account of that atrocious performance, you would have made a god's awful mummer, Ungust.
Oh my god, it was Ungust the whole time.
Do I do Ungus?
Yeah. It's the annoying merchant.
Yeah. I gotta remember the voice I used, hang on. Well, what? How did you know? You bastards tricked me! Please don't hurt me. I was only doing it to protect my people.
Is that so? Do continue.
Very well. I'm a man of the Golden Bazaar, raised there if not born. Some moons ago, the Almajar raids began. They would appear sudden as a sandstorm and plunder and pillage at will. Our defenders couldn't stand against them. Few as they were, everyone lived in fear. I wanted to save my people, but being a merchant was all I knew, and so I did the only thing a merchant could. I approached the Almajar in hopes of brokering a deal. In return for sparing the Golden Bazaar, they made demands, outrageous ones.
Demands? Of what? Of what kind, pray tell?
First of all, they wanted to get the schedule for crystal shipments from Nanawa mines. For this, I bribed one of the workers to leak me the information. Next, they wanted me to bring them people, so I posed as a priest to lure in the vulnerable and give them over to Almajar. I didn't have a choice.
Protecting one's home is a noble thing, but at the cost of innocence? You could have sought the aid of the immortal flames, yet you did not. I suspect that you're not telling me the full story. What made you sell out your own people? Speak! What did you say?
The coin was good, I said. I could sell more mill meat for score of lifetimes and not see even a fraction of what the Armageddon pay me.
You sacrificed innocence so that you could line your own pockets? Words fail to express the content I feel for you.
Spare me your contempt. If you want to blame someone for the mess world's in, then blame yourselves or the gods. Wah! Not you again.
Were you the one leaking the immortal flames' patrol routes to the enemy as well? Spit it out!
No, I know nothing about that, I swear it.
At this stage, I'm rather disinclined to believe aught that leaves your mouth. But no matter, there'll be time enough to learn the truth. Moonmist, be a dear and take word of these developments to Minfilia, would you? I shall prize everything I can out of this filth. The abductees are still somewhere out there. Our foremost priority is to rescue them.
I'm gonna do this cutscene.
Flighty Tool drinks an airy self.
When full of airy self, Fighty Tool changes into Stony Shine, name of materia.
If materia join with the other Fighty Tool, then big eyes! Fighty Tool gains power of airy self! The mix is reckoning that Uplander is friend of Minfilia. Yes, tongue flaps reaches ears of Mutamix with fastness. Minfilia wants Uplander to see power of materia. Uplander brings Fighty Tool to Mutamix, yes? Uh-huh. Fighty Tool is unstrong as Eating Tool. Make good teachy show of power of materia.
I don't remember the voice I gave this guy.
No.
The materia master. Now eyes of Uplander point at Fighty Tool, yes? Materia join with Fighty Tool.
Yay!
Fighty Tool gains power of materia. Fighty Tool reborn. Here, Uplander, take Fighty Tool to Minfilia.
Materia, strictly speaking, is a kind of crystal. It created by drawing out the etheric constitution of a breathing rationalizing them.
Not just any old equipment will serve, mind you. It must have sufficient spirit bond, that being a measure of how fully an item has been imbued with the owner's spirit.
When you attach a piece of materia to gear, you embed the host item with its power. That's how Master Mutamix and that dagger yells from summoners would struggle to stick it to a web willing. Uplander wishes to be joiner of materia. Then Uplander best fill brain case with knowings of crafty making.
I'm getting lightheaded.
With knowings of crafty making, Uplander can become joiner of materia. If Uplander was brain case too rattled with knowings of materia, Uplander best trade tongue flaps with landy ones of Mutamix.
Amazing.
Want me to be the flame sergeant?
Can do. He's got a mustache, make him good.
Is the bait in place?
Our man is in position, sir.
Good. Let's make our move as soon as the Amalja appear.
Yes, sir. Wah! What? Oh, wait.
What is the meaning of this?
Wait, something's amiss.
Oh my god, it was a trap.
Hee hee hee! Ah ha 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 ha! I'm afraid your little ambush ends here. I eluded the immortal flame's clutches for moons before finally being caught. Did you not wonder how I managed it? It was almost as if someone was feeding him information from the inside. Gahahaha! Aye, your every movement was known to me ahead of time. Now, as much as I'd love to chat a while, I have appointments to keep. They're all yours.
Roar!
I look so intimidating with my book.
Pull up your weapon.
Don't
Or your comrade's a dead man. Behind you!
Bringer.
The rest of you, march! Traitorous scum.
That's the wrong voice, but whatever. I think that was...
Traitorous scum!
There we go. Because we're going to voice the cutscenes as well, which takes forever.
Yeah. Lord of the Inferno, hearken to our plea. Lord of the Inferno, deliver us from our misery. O mighty Ifrit, Lord of the Inferno, your humble servants beseech you, grace us with your divine presence. O mighty Ifrit, we bring before you ignorant savages who know not your godhead. If it please you, Lord, scorch their heathen souls with your cleansing flame, and mark them as your own. Bloody elves! Bring those two as well! Head?
What's going on? This ain't what we agreed.
None but servants of Lord Ifrit may behold the rite of summoning. The souls of unbelievers are forfeit.
No, spare me, I beg you.
Pitiful children of man, by my breath I claim you.
Arise once more as my loyal minions. Feed my flames with your faith, and all who stand against us shall burn! Oh, mighty Ifrit.
My one true god.
Oh, it's that guy.
Your words are my bread.
Impossible! By what sorcery do you resist my master's will? Could it be? Your soul already belongs to another! Yes, that is the only explanation.
Grr.
Forsooth thy frail mortal frame can serve as vessel to the being of but one. Yet I smell not the taint of another upon thee. The truth of thine allegiance waxeth clear. Thou art the godless blessed's number. The paragons warned of thine abhorrent kind. Thine existence is not to be suffered. At the time. Oh my god, a rock? Is that a rock?
Oh my god,
Is that a rock?
Let me eat that rock. Let me put that rock in
Let
my
me eat
mouth.
that rock. 14 has made me cry. 14's made me cry a lot. Oh my god, a rock.
Delicious rock.
PRV. I consume a rock. Wow.
Wow.
Pray, forgive my lateness. I was delayed by a congregation of Malja zealots. I swear, each seemed more evangelical than the last. Persistent lot. I see the Bloodsworn wasted no time extracting the captives. No less than I'd expect from the Flame General's handpicked men. As for those two, it's fair to say their hardships have only just begun. They have much to answer for. I feel I owe you an apology, Moonmist. Had I known this mission would prove so dangerous, I never would have left you to face it alone. You've been given a veritable baptism by fire. But let us continue this conversation in more agreeable surrounds. Camp Drybone, shall we say?
This way, sir.
This way, sir.
Well.
I'm having fun with Thancred voice.
Who wants
Okay, is this the first time Nero
Yeah.
is unvoiced?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Who's gonna voice Nero?
Do you want him, or shall I take it?
Because I kind of want to voice Gaius.
Okay, I'll take Nero. So that
Okay.
was the mighty Ifrit. And what a disappointment he was. The readings were nowhere near what I had anticipated. Even the Uldanian Uldan interference into account.
Shall I be this lady?
Yeah.
You should know better than to rely upon 5-year-old data left by the 7th Legion. Nor can we expect any form of support from the motherland. Given the troubles at court, we have only ourselves to rely on.
Ever the pessimist, my dear Livia. Promise me you'll never change.
We've wasted enough time here. That meter of yours is too old to give any reading worth a damn.
Not that it was all worth a damn for it to read, but I take your point. I suppose we must content ourselves with the knowledge that we've achieved our primary objective. Yet I find that I am troubled by the adventurer's unexpected show of strength. Could such a prove a hindrance to our plans?
Perhaps, but that is a consideration for another time. You have been given a task. That is your priority. I suggest you treat it as such. Fail to do as my lord commands, and I will spare him the trouble of punishing you.
With allies like that, were a woman in love, I shall need be on my best behavior. Is this a voiced one? No.
No.
Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
My late arrival nearly cost Moonmist her life. I wasn't there when the Amalja took her prisoner. And I wasn't there when they served her to Ifrit. Yes, by some miracle, she survived. But that does not excuse the fact that she would never have had to face such dangers alone. I failed her utterly. Just as I'm failing you all.
What is done, Thancred. You can ill blame yourself for every... Moonmist, it is so good to see you again.
Impeccable timing, my friend. I had just finished regaling Minfilia with your heroic exploits.
Thancred has told me everything. You have done well to return to us.
The perils you faced were undeniably great, yet a part of me believes that I had no cause for fear. And now we can put paid to our long investigate. What the kind of wording is that? As we suspected, the Amalja undertook both the robbery and the abductions with the aim of summoning their primal, Ifrit.
Nor is this tale limited to Uldar. Similar incidents have been rife in both Limsa, Laminsa, and Gridania of late.
I dare say you've been curious as to how these crimes are linked to the primals. Permit me to explain. Having manifested in the physical realm, primals must consume aether if they are to maintain their presence here. And the stronger they become, the more aether they require. Now, aether exists throughout creation. It flows throughout all life and permeates the very air that we breathe. Alas, this alone would not suffice to sustain the likes of Ifrit. Nay, he and his kind require a more concentrated source of ether, crystals.
It is for this reason that incidents involving crystals can often be traced back to a primal.
Which leaves us with only the why of the well, sorry, my bad. Let me get back into character here. TikTok. Cut my life into pieces. Okay, I got it. It's fine. Which leaves us with only the why of the abductions. To understand this, you must first understand how primals are born. When all is well in the world, primals possess no physical form. Their essence is dispersed among the great river of ether.
However, when the world is plunged into chaos, those who worship the primals cry out to their gods for deliverance from suffering. These cries serve as a beacon towards which a primal's essence is irresistibly drawn. It is this coming together, or etheric coalescence, which grants the being's physical form. Once born, a primal gains strength from its followers' worship. The more numerous and fervent they are, the more powerful their god becomes.
But the primals are seldom satisfied with such reverence as their adherents freely give. And in order to gain more power, they do not scruple to create followers. They do this by tempering mortals to possess a process. Oh my god. A process to which you yourself were subject. Oh my god. Sorry.
Yet even as Ifrit took your comrades in his thrall, you alone remained unaffected. This is thanks to the power you possess, the Echo. We know not the why of it, but those blessed with the Echo are immune to the primal influence. It is as though a greater power protects us. When you first came to us, I told you that the Echo would be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. I trust you now begin to see why.
The recent incidents all share a common trait: meticulous planning. Such elaborate designs are a new development, and one which fills me with an unshakable sense of foreboding.
While I share your concern, my presiding feeling is one of relief at your safe return. The immortal flames assured me that they will deal with the aftermath, so you need not concern yourself with that. We may rest easy for a time. I suggest you take full advantage of the respite eve at Moonmist. You may be sure it won't last long. Once the people learn the identity of the hero who felled Ifrit, I fear you will have nary a moment to yourself.
Whether she intended to or no, Menphilia neglected to tell you something. Something I think it would be best you heard from one of us. It concerns the tempered abductees that were rescued. I'm sorry to report that they are to be put to death.
the flames with whom you are imprisoned included. Needless to say, this information must not be made known to the public. I swear to you that we will not do this if there was any other recourse. But once a man is tempered, he is tempered for life. His very existence lends strength to the primal whom he cannot choose but worship. And so we Scions continue our fight, that no more innocents need be sacrificed. I hope that you will continue to stand with us, Moonmist. But I should be going. I must offer my apologies to the Flame General for the losses his people suffered. Till next time. Gods forgive me. How many more lives? Louisoix would never have allowed this to happen. I have to do better. I have to be stronger.
I skipped the, first 3 dialogues. My bad.
It's okay. Until not so very long ago, you were one of many adventurers seeking to make their way in Eorzea.
Eve? Eve, are you okay?
Sorry, was still muted. My bad. But for your character and courage, you were raised to the esteemed post of envoy. Thereafter, you travelled the realm, aiding those in need without the thought of a reward, confirming to Y'shtola that the Scions would benefit from your aid. And no sooner had you joined us than you personally bested the primal Ifrit. You have achieved a great deal in a short time, and won fame in doing so. Alas, fame does not come without a price, as you will soon discover. We have guests, Moonmist, or rather, you have guests.
It pardons.
Lady Minfilia, radiant as always.
I'm given to understand that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have recently welcomed a new hero into their midst.
I am here on behalf of the Maelstrom, Grand Company of Limsa Minsa, to offer said hero a place of honor within our ranks.
As you can see, Moonmist, your recent exploits have garnered you the attentions of the Grand Companies of Eorzea. Each organization would have Ifrit's Bane for its own. To this end, all 3 have sent officers to court you. They would not ordinarily go to such lengths to enlist a new recruit. That they have is evidence of their high regard for you. I find myself wondering how word of Moonmist's deeds spread so quickly. That the immortal Flame should know of her triumphs is to be expected, but what of the other Grand Companies? You were Tataru.
Yes, I said eep. Oh, it probably didn't come through the mic. Okay. I went eep.
Okay. Your reputation precedes you, Mistress Moonmist. 'Tis no ordinary woman who can face a primal and avenge the victor. The Order of the Twin Adder has need of valiant women such as yourself. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us ensure that peace ever reigns over the Twelveswood.
What a pleasure it is to finally meet you, Mistress Moonmist. My comrades will speak of you in the most glowing terms. A woman of your talent belongs with the immortal flames. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us secure a prosperous future for Uldar.
I don't remember the voice I did for this guy. I've already forgotten.
It was kind of gruff.
The Admiral was not exaggerating when she said you have the look of a hero. Full often does she speak of you, friend. As do many others in Limsa, long before the rest of Eorzea took note, your name was well known to us, owing to your valorous deeds on behalf of our citizens. It's only natural that we should want you for the Maelstrom. Join your strength to ours, and together let us see the grand vessel of Limsa Laminsa to the shores of glory.
Lady Benfilia. Very well. Though I am quite sure you need no reminding, mayhap a brief summary of the situation would help clarify your thoughts on this matter. As you know, the Grand Companies are all-encompassing organizations empowered to call upon the martial, economic, and technological resources of their respective city-states in times of strife. There are presently 3 such organizations in Eorzea: the Maelstrom of Limsa Laminsa, the Order of the Twin Adder in Gridania, and the Immortal Flames of Uldar. Serving a Grand Company means serving the nation which it belongs. You will be charged with its defense, and tasked with advancing its cause. In return for your faithful service, you will be furnished with various rewards, some of which may well prove useful to you in your other endeavours. If you are agonizing over which Grand Company best deserves your loyalty, be at ease. The commitment you make to this day need not be permanent. Should you wish to shift your allegiance at a later date, you are entitled to do so. And yet, I concede that there is no small choice you face. A thought occurs to me. You will of course recall the 3 city-states are planning to hold remembrance services. Well, as part of the proceedings, I am given to understand that the leader of each Grand Company will deliver an address. Hearing these addresses ought to help you make an informed decision. What say you, my dear officers?
This is
A
gonna
fine
take
suggestion.
so long. This is gonna take forever. I hate this. You are as wise as you are beautiful, my lady.
Very well. Let Kay hear our leaders speak, then return here with her decision. We eagerly await your answer.
And they just walked off screen like that? There isn't even a door over there. Oh, okay. Never mind.
I know full well that adventurers are by their nature a liberty-loving breed, and not best suited to the discipline of military service, but I strongly urge you to join a Grand Company nonetheless. While the promise of reward is enticing itself, it is not the only benefit. You are possessed of great power, Moonmist, and with it you are capable of doing untold good. Yet know that great power is wont to attract attention, not all of it friendly. There will be those who will wish you ill, and you must needs be on the lookout for them. Yet however vigilant you are but one woman. In the midst of Grand Company, however, you will be one woman amongst many, a friend amongst friends. Your achievements will be shared, and so will the danger. I can think of no better arrangement. Of course, joining one organization need not mean leaving another. I hope that we can continue to rely upon your aid. The 12 know that we will have need of it in the days ahead. The Grand Companies seek to protect their own nations. We Scions, on the other hand, seek to preserve the future of Eorzea as a whole. Similar, yet not quite the same. Now then, I expect that you will be afield more often in the future. As such, I would have you carry this link pearl with you at all times. It will allow us to stay in touch regardless of location. Eorzea is changing, Moonmist, and you have the power to help shape it anew. None can say what the morrow will bring, but so long as we believe in ourselves, there is naught we cannot achieve. Now it is time you made ready for your journey. Before you depart, be sure to speak to Tataru, and she will apprise you as to where and when the remembrance services are due to take place.
The Garleans are another matter altogether.
So much for our alliance.
It's sunk beyond the seabed.
Brothers and sisters of the sea, hearken unto me. Look upon this, our mighty crimson standard, and tell me your hearts do not swell with pride. "700 summers have come and gone since our forefathers first ran aground in this fertile bay. In that time, guided by the Mother of Oceans, Limsa Lominsa has grown from humble fishing village to uncontested ruler of the 5 seas and beyond.
Ah, yeah, ah, ha, ha, yeah, ha!
Did you look as the Admiral bid you? It is a rather stirring standard, I must say. The crimson field is meant to signify the blood of fallen crewmates, while the black longship represents a pirate vessel.
When the Garlean Empire marched upon Eorzea, we assembled beneath the Maelstrom Standard, and our grand company was reborn. All answered the call, from the Knights of the Barracuda to Hilthier's bloody executioners, and together we met our would-be conquerors upon the field of Carteneau. That day, the world bore witness to the united strength of Limsa Lominsa. I swear to you no army ever fought harder or with more courage, yet many of ours did not survive. Join me now in remembering those who fought in the name of freedom and fell. May their souls be returned to the sea.
Freedom. Yes, they have always been rather fond of their freedom. Much as the beast tribes have. Small wonder. Beneath the surface, one would struggle to tell them apart.
It has been 5 long years since the calamity struck. 5 long years of tireless rebuilding. Yet still the wounds of the calamity fester and weep. But when I stand atop the mizzenmast and gaze out upon our battered and broken vessel, I see an undying spirit. Did we not build all this from the wreck of the Galadian all those centuries ago? Shall we not do so again? Yet there are those who would see this ship of ours sink beneath the waves of the restless Rotano. The Sahagin creep ashore seeking blood for their accursed god.
Those fishback
The Sahagin
bastards!
have risen?
While the mines of Ogomero spew forth kobolds who push ever south, despoiling our lands as they go. These savage beast tribes will be the first waves to crash against our creaking hull. And behind them swells the grim tide of the Garlean Empire. Even now the curs fly their flags within our borders. Doubt not, but that they will be upon us ere long. We are well nigh surrounded. Yet there are those among us who would rather turn their swords against their crewmates than our cannons against our foes. How can we hope to repel our many enemies when mutiny breeds below deck? There is but one course left to us. One bearing that will bring us victory over the beast hordes and the Empire both, and see this ship safe to port. We must mend the rift the Calamity has reopened twixt Pirate and Maelstrom, and stand fast with our adventurer brothers against the coming tempest. Mark ye well, a crew without unity is no crew at all. 'Tis but a mass of drowned men. To me, then, brothers and sisters of the sea, gather beneath the undying crimson standard, and pledge me your strength, your skill, your wisdom. And with the guidance of the navigator, this great vessel of ours shall ride the waves till sea swallows all.
Long live the Admiral! Admiral Melvin!
Gather the lads!
Oh, where's me cat?
Oh my god, the cutscene's finally over.
I'll follow ye to the seven hells, Admiral!
It's still going.
If you'll permit me, Alfie no. And my sister, Alize, at your service. I saw at a glance that you were a fellow traveler. You might call us students of history, sampling the realm's remembrances in pursuit of enlightenment.
Okay. We need to voice Alize and Alphino. Shall I take Alphino?
If you like. It's gonna be a very long commitment for the rest of the game.
Yeah, so which one do you want?
I'll do Alize. She's feisty.
Okay. As the Admiral mentioned in her address, Limsa Laminsa is plagued by two beast tribes. The first are the fish-like Sahagan, worshippers of the primal Leviathan. The second are the kobolds, who dwell beneath the earth and take the primal titan for their god. As if the beast tribe's presence weren't troublesome enough, the Garleans have also chosen to erect a fortress right in the Luminson's backyard. And that is to say naught of internal strife. As a nation of pirates, there is no end to the blood feuds between the various factions. And while they fight amongst themselves, the Garleans whet their blades and watch. If the Luminsons are to have any hope of withstanding the Empire, they must first resolve their own affairs. Differences must be set aside, and the primal threat dealt with, once and for all. To this end, I expect they will soon take decisive action against the beast tribes. Mark my words, the Maelstrom Standard will be drenched in a deeper shade of crimson ere long. That a capable adventurer like you would be a valuable addition to their crew is beyond question. But will you sail with the Admiral?
I lost my son to the Calamity.
The three Seed Seers are all together.
Some say you couldn't take a step without stumbling over a body. Our forebears were once strangers in the Twelves Wood. Fearful of the Green Wrath, They hid themselves in the dark recesses of the earth. Yet they dreamed of basking in the dappled sunlight of the forest. Through great effort, they proved their worth to the elementals, and were granted a place beneath the boughs. So it was that Gridania was born, some 5 centuries ago. Working hand in hand, the Hyur and the Elysian settlers sowed the seeds of our civilization, and soon they were joined by folk of all races. So nourished by the waters of unity, and blessed by the light of the matron, Gridania flourished into the great nation it is today.
Do you see the Gridanian standard? There, hanging behind the Elder Seedseer. The entwined serpents represent the unity between Hyur and Elysian. An elegant symbol, do you not agree?
In accordance with the will of the elementals, we have embraced a life of peace. Alas, our neighbors have not always sought the same for themselves, nor for us. Though we Gridanians have no love for war, we have still less for those who would threaten our way of life. Ever have we fought to protect the sanctity of the Twelveswood. When the Garlean Empire brought its war of conquest to Eorzea, we rallied under the noble standard of the Twin Adder that we might push back the encroaching darkness. And it was we who prepared the ground for the reformation of the Eorzean Alliance, that all the peoples of this realm might stand united against the common threat. "5 years ago, the Alliance met the armies of the Empire upon the fields of Cartano. It would prove the bloodiest battle in recent memory. Countless Gridanian lives were lost. As Supreme Commander of the Order of the Twin Adder, ever shall I bear the weight of our people's sacrifice. Alas, their loss was not the only tragedy to befall us that day, for soon came the calamity. The scars borne by our forest are a constant reminder of its violence. Our lives have been irrevocably changed, each waking hour a struggle to survive. Driven to desperation, some among us have strayed from the path of righteousness, resorting to banditry, poaching, and other unconscionable deeds. To compound our woes, the Ixal have returned in force, emboldened by our suffering. They test our defenses nigh without cease, and prey upon the vulnerable. So beleaguered from within and without, it is of little wonder that our unity now falters. Dark times are upon us.
Time was a man could walk
pox
the
on that
high
bloody
roads without
Ixal.
fear.
On this day, 5 years ago, countless Eorzeans laid down their lives that we might behold another dawn. Please join with me in honoring their memory.
And how do you propose to honor the memory of those you cannot remember, pray tell?
The destruction wrought by the calamity was indiscriminate. It dealt death to Eorzean and Garlean alike. Yet while we have labored to rebuild our homes, to rebuild our lives, the Empire has set about raising steel fortresses here in the Twelveswood. Let none be mistaken. The Garleans remain the greatest threat to our survival. If we are to stand against them, we must remember what it is to be united. Our many troubles blind us to the woes of our fellow man. Thence is harmony lost. Yet harmony is the founding principle of Gridania. We are gathered here to honor the fallen. Let them be honored not only in word and thought, but through concerted action. I bid you join hands with me once more beneath the Twin Adder standard. And together, let us heal the forest's wounds, that our progeny might live in harmony beneath these ancient boughs. For serenity, purity, and sanctity. We must think of the children!
Woods will be done.
It's up to us to protect the
Follow
forest.
the elementals!
Fancy meeting you again.
The Gridanians are unfortunate enough to have to contend with two beast tribes. The Ixal are unquestionably the more troublesome, being of naturally warlike disposition, and want to summon their bloodthirsty primal Garuda. The Sylphs, by contrast, are peaceful in nature, being mischievous rather than malevolent. They have long been on more friendly terms with Gridanians, until recently at least. Alas, they have grown aloof, a change observed at roughly the time they summoned the primal Ramu. The Gridanians have no love for war, and they consider open conflict a last resort. Though they clash with the Ixal ever more regularly, you may be assured that they do so in self-defense. As for the Sylphs, they are as yet bound by a peace treaty, though one wonders how long it will be before it is broken. The Twelveswood was grievously wounded during the calamity, leaving Gridania vulnerable to attack. The people are hopeful that restoring the wood, and thereby the power of the elementals, will put an end to their woes. Yet how long will that take? Centuries, I'd wager. Meanwhile, the Ixal will continue their incursions, spurred on by Garuda and her insatiable appetite for destruction. Whether the Gridanians like it or not, sooner or later it will come to an all-out war, and when it does, the Order of the Twin Adder will need all the help it can muster. How valuable might the aid of a capable adventurer prove to them, then?
Behold! 'Tis the Sultana Nanimo herself!
And Reborn as well!
Hark you, souls of flame, drawn to the bosom of the desert, where the fire burns brightest and shall rage forevermore. Hurrah! Reborn! Where since antiquity, under the sage and judicious rule of the Ul dynasty, we have wrought sand into gold. Where by the grace and glory of Naldar have our brave sons and daughters flourished and prospered. I speak of Uldar!
There, at the Flame General's back flies the Grand Company's standard. Note the sigil. The golden scales of order balance the jewel of prosperity with the flame of might.
Great and many are the gifts our nation has given the realm. In Eorzea's darkest hour, on the killing fields of Cartano, none spent more in blood and gold than we. Thus was the 7th Imperial Legion laid low.
So that's how it happened. How soon history forgets.
Yet many left our gates, never to return. Let us pray for our absent brothers and sisters, that they might know happiness in the great beyond, as Thal's honored guests. If the fates were fair, the price we paid that day would have bought us victory. Alas, they are not. And now, but 5 years into this 7th Umbral era, the spirit of sacrifice which granted us our strength is all but dead. Look around you. What do you see? A people divided, downtrodden, and enthralled. Where are the merciful alms of the rich? Where is the just steel of the righteous? I ask you, is this the great nation our brothers and sisters gave their lives to save? You who call this living, dishonor the name of the immortal flames. It is but a slow death. Our enemies surround us. The savage hordes of the Amalja wait beside our roads, strangling the lifelines of trade. Meanwhile, the Garleans make mock of our borders and despoil our land of its natural wealth. We stand on a precipice, yet we do not act. Whether trader or soldier, monetarist or royalist, all must recognize that a divided Uldar stands to fall. Victory and fortune walk hand in hand. Ye who seek glory and wealth, look not to what little you can snatch from your neighbor, but to the boundless wealth of the world beyond. Now is the time to unite. Now is the time to ride forth. In the name of the Sultana, I beseech you, line not your own coffers, but those of the immortal flames. Seek not to prosper from Uldar, but to restore her to prosperity. As the realm prospers, so shall Uldar. As Uldar prospers, so shall her people.
Ja, for Uldar!
Together we are one.
Your Grace.
Reborn? People of Uldar, I, Nanimo, 17th in the line of Ul, address you. Much has been made of the wealth of Uldar. Yet those who measure that wealth in coins and carats are gravely deceived. For the true wealth of Uldar lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people. Beloved subjects, I bid you raise aloft the torch of Uldar, that her flames might serve as a beacon for all Eorzea to see.
Long live Nanamo!
Glory to the Sultana!
For victory and fortune, stride fearless into the Inferno, for we are, by fire, reborn! Forsooth!
The time is now!
I
Fancy meeting you again.
The Old Dons have a long history of conflict with the Almajar, the beast tribe that worships the primal Ifrit. Judging by your look of distaste, I take you have encountered them. The Old Dons do not shy from confrontation. If aught threatens their precious prosperity, they will seek to crush it. So they have dealt with the Ifrit thus far, smothering his flames each time he is stoked to life. Yet he is but one of several problems. Though they have been quiet these past 5 years, the Garleans have not gone away. Meanwhile, refugees continue to arrive in droves, and Uldar has no clear policy on how to deal with them. After all, not even the Sultanate's coffers are bottomless, and even assuming they had the coin, resources will ever be finite. Which brings me back to the subject of Ifrit. It has been observed that the Almajar are summoning him with ever-increasing frequency. Every time they do so, the Eldans send their forces to smite the primal, and though they invariably succeed, each victory is bought with blood. It is a war of attrition which they cannot well sustain. Small wonder then that the Immortal Flames are eager to recruit more members. At such a desperate hour, an adventurer of your experience would be most welcome addition to their ranks. Moonmist, this is Minfilia. You are well, I hope. Would I be correct in thinking that the final remembrance service has now concluded? A moment ago, you say? What a coincidence. Jesting aside, I trust you remember our guests from the Grand Companies? Well, delighted though we are to have them here at the Waking Sands, it would not do to keep them in suspense any longer than necessary. In short, hurry back.
The gods only know what grand company our adventurer friend will keep. The wheels of change are in motion regardless.
Brother, are you certain this course is best?
Whatever do you mean, dear sister?
The so-called remembrance ceremonies were little more than standard waving rallies. As though the Calamity and Seventh Umbral Era warranted scarcely a mention.
Well, of course they were standard waving rallies. Since you are so observant, mayhap you noticed what mention was made of the Warriors of Light? None. I suppose they must have forgotten the heroes who spared Eorzea a fate worse than the Calamity? No, dear Alize, they haven't forgotten these details. They have elected to omit them. Deep are the wounds the Calamity inflicted upon Eorzea. So deep, in fact, that the realm still bleeds. Needless to say, the beast tribes and their primals do little to alleviate the pain. So, the task of salving Eorzea's wounds falls to the scions of the Seventh Dawn, with a little help from our friends, the Grand Companies. Remembrance will yield no remedy. If our world is to heal, we must put the horrors of the Calamity behind us.
Our grandfather would never entrust the fate of the realm to despots who rewrite history to their convenience. There must be another way to cure what ails this world, and I mean to find it.
You are most welcome to try. Our paths may differ, but our destination is the same. In time, I dare say we will see eye to eye.
I should hope so.
My lady! We are to escort you!
Hope does not come into it. We share the burden of this fate, dear sister, and will prevail together or not at all. The salve will serve not only to close up our present wounds, but prevent old ones from opening anew.
Okay, I'm here.
Okay. You are come to the Adder's Nest, headquarters of the Order of the Twin Adder. Ever do we welcome those who would toil in the Elemental's name for the good of our forest nation. Name's Moonmist. I believe you're expecting me. Ah, the great adventurer herself. Yes, our recruitment officer sent word that you are on your way. It is a pleasure and an honor both to welcome you to our ranks, friend. Now gather together the relevant documentation.
Sir!
What is it? Report.
An urgent message from the Spire, sir. A High Wind Skyways airship has taken fire from Imperial forces in the skies over the East Shroud. The vessel's engines were crippled, sir, and it was forced to make an emergency landing southeast of the Nine Ivies.
9 Ivies? Gods, this could not come at a worse time. All but a handful of our forces are presently afield, dealing with the Ixal. Moonmist, I know full well that you have yet to be formally inducted into our ranks, but we have urgent need of your aid. In all likelihood, the airship was bearing civilians, and if the reports are accurate, it will have come down dangerously close to Gallian-occupied territory. Please, make all haste to the area, southeast of 9 Ivies. Locate the airship, and ascertain the status of the passengers. Aye, aye.
Who do you want to voice between,
I'll be the small one, the Lala.
Wedge, I think his name is? Is that Briggs? I don't remember.
Whatever. You
Whatever.
okay to be the big one?
Yeah. An adventurer? What are you doing out here? No, wait. Let's find some cover first. The Adder's Nest sent you? How do I know you're not an Imperial spy? You don't even have a uniform. You want me to?
Oh, sorry, I was... Peace, friend. We mean you no harm. You're an engineer of Garland Ironworks, are you not? We were alerted to your plight and have come to rescue you. And you are Moonmist, I presume. I was told to expect an honorary serpent. My thanks for your aid, friend.
I've never seen a craft of this design. It must be Garland's work. Is there no end to the man's treachery? The secrets of Magitech belong in Imperial hands. They're not to be squandered on Eorzean savages.
We're taking this craft back to the fortress. Dismantle it if you must. And bring the engineer. Someone must pay for Garland's crimes.
Ow. Imperial scouts from Castrum Orans. They mean to requisition the ship.
Oh, that's me. Sorry. Wedge! You have to help them! That fool of a Lalafell was hiding inside the tiny Bronco!
The tiny Bronco? But isn't that the Ironworks' latest creation?
It's the first airship we've built since the Calamity. The first since Master Garland. Well, since he went missing. After years of work, she was finally ready for her first test flight. And she was soaring. She really was. Until those bastards blasted her out of the sky.
Attend me. All. The Ironworks' latest creation must not fall into Garlean hands. We shall strike them, swift and sure, and rescue Engineer Wedge. Moonmist, I trust we can rely on your support?
Uh-huh.
May the matron watch over us. With me!
An ambush! To arms! Meow.
How do I want to do this? Bynx!
Oh yeah, how do you want to voice? Okay. Wedge, you shouldn't have stayed with the ship.
That was a close one.
Too damn close. So, how's she look anyway?
The auxiliary propeller is a dead loss, but I think we can wring enough thrust from the main propeller to get us airborne.
A few minor modifications and we should be able to fly the tiny Bronco home.
Oh, that's me. While you do your work, we shall keep watch over the perimeter. The enemy may yet be lurking nearby. As for you, Moonmist, you have more than done your part today. I bid you return to the Adder's Nest and complete your enlistment. I pray there will be no further interruptions. When next we meet, let it be as fellow servants of the Order.
I just wanted to say sorry, for calling you an Imperial spy and all that. Got that one wrong, didn't I? Seriously though, if it hadn't been for you and the twin Adder lads there, we'd be chained up in a dungeon by now. I'm in your debt, friend. We both are. Wedge. Sorry.
Thank you, we're very grateful.
We get a mount.
Yay.
I don't remember the voice I gave this guy. Protocol requires that I apprise you of who we are and what we do, after which I will invite you to swear an oath of your own free will. Ahem! The Order of the Twin Adder is the Grand Company of Gridania. It brings together the martial, economical, and technological resources of a nation in the direst diversity. One of the very survival hangs in the balance. I'm trying to get through this quick. Our order was formed in the days before the Calamity in readiness to fight the Garlean Empire and to combat the beast tribes and their primals. Needless to say, our struggle continues to this day.
Elder Seatia Kanisena is the supreme commander of our forces. Under her lies leadership, we protect the people of Gridania and the sanctity of Twelveswood. As the entwined serpents that grace our standard, let Forestborn strive as one with friends from afar to ensure that peace shall ever reign in Gridania. In doing so, we honor the will of the elementals, and theirs is the will of the wood. Now then, Moonmist, I ask that you give unto us your oath of allegiance, in whatever fashion you see fit. I'm just gonna give him the ...
Yeah, same.
I just furrowed my brow.
Yeah.
The elementals need not words to know your heart, and there is no doubt in mine that you will prove a stalwart servant to them. By the power of SME, I say you to the rank of servant private third class. You are now a woman of the Order of Trinata. Go forth, private Moonmist, and do that which will bring the peace to the Twelveswood and honor your name.
Oh, turn. Oh. Can you hear me, Moonmist? This is Minfilia. An officer of the Order of the Twin Adder contacted me with news of your enlistment. My congratulations, Private Moonmist. I have no doubt that you are eager to make the acquaintance of your new comrades. But I would ask that you pay a visit to your old ones first. Remember, though you are now a serpent of Gridania, you are no less a scion. Pray return to the Waking Sands at your earliest convenience. There are some friends here whom I would very much like to meet. We shall be waiting.
The distant call of a friend in need, perhaps? As you are needed elsewhere, I shall not keep you any longer. I would, however, suggest speaking with High Serpent Commander Vasail Hellu before you depart. He may provide you with assistance on the journey ahead.
That guy.
Yeah, that guy. Lies leadership. You may next have the quest My Little Chocobo Twin Adder by speaking with Vasail.
Thanks so much for watching.
And the links to both of our Twitch channels are in the description.